What's good, everybody? Let's talk about it. Welcome to One Crack News, where we get right to the what's that? Damn. Okay, we're gonna have to fix something. That's cool. More work to be done by me. Now, let's get into this because it needs to be said, though it hurts to say. People want to know what is the fallout. What are we really faced with? What you're witnessing is a global united front against the United States of America. And it's a plan that has been in place for a long time. I've told you, Putin wants to put back together the Soviet Union. He's always had these plans, but he was always being prohibited. Trump was in party to let this happen. Now, the Ukraine had generated a lot of money for the United States and Biden. For their independence, they're willing to distribute goods and services and take care of themselves. They were very good relationships with the United States of America, with Barack Obama. Not well with Trump. Trump was more enticed with Biden. Obama was more enticed with the Ukraine. They played a very huge part in making sure that they expand Ukraine's dominance. No matter what problems they had, the United States was assisting and almost tampering and interfering with during the Obama administration in any conflicts they had with Russia and Crimea at the time. Now, in 2014, when they lost Crimea, the Ukraine went talking to Obama. And Obama was like, well, we would have helped, but that's out of our jurisdiction. That's a situation where they took back something they gave you. Now your government and their government can negotiate some terms, and you guys can work it out amongst yourselves. There's nothing that we can do. We can't sanction them for what they've done because that was a situation and agreement between you two parties. The United States can't intervene, which they couldn't. 2 years later, Obama's out of office, Trump is in there, and now the bigger plan expands. Putin's got the great idea. We got our guy in the office now. We rigged this election to get Trump in there because that's our guy. We can work with him. That's the good thing and the bad thing about Trump. See, black people didn't realize is that you can get a lot more out of Trump than you're going to get out of Biden. And the reason why you can get a lot out of Trump is because he's negotiable. You just got to have leverage. That's it. If you got leverage on Trump or bring something to the table, he gonna make a deal with you. He's a businessman, which is the bad thing for a president. But he's a businessman. So he's thinking, what's best business for me? Right? And this is how the other brothers, and they came in and played him. They played him like a fiddle. So Trump isn't a racist, like he don't care about black. It's not about that. If you got money, he worked with you. He worked with Don King for years. Why? He could have said, I'm not working with that black man. He said, man, that black man making me some money. We finna make some bank, baby. Trump was down. Trump was down with anybody who got money. Now, what I don't understand is these backwoods West Virginians living in a broken down trailer that's rotted out, playing horseshoes with toilet seats. Woo! Those guys voting for Trump. We bringing America back. Woo-hoo! Trump ain't gonna hang out with you. Nothing he finna do in office is gonna have any effect on you. You don't exist in the Trump world. So y'all rushing to the polls to vote for Trump is just out of plain stupidity. Because he don't give a damn about you. Them are the whitest people you can find. Trump don't give a damn about those people. So if they think he do, they're even more dumber than I thought. But anyway, these are the same people. These are the same people, right? That came into play and made all of these other decisions behind the scenes. Trump was making it clear that he was clearing the way for Russia to go in and invade the Ukraine and take. This is why the second term election was important. Then Biden wanted to get him out of there. So they had money coming in from the Ukraine to support Biden's movement. Biden was getting money coming in from all these different angles, and everybody's wondering, like, where's he getting this budget from? Because Trump's budget was through the roof. So now Ukraine is trying to get Biden in there because they need some protection because they already know what's going to happen with Trump. Trump get out of the office. He starts sabotaging and clearing the way. They had to block him from making executive decisions while the transition took place because he's loosening everything up for Putin to come right on in and start smacking things down. And that's exactly what happened. Putin came right on in, but Putin's not stupid. This man is former KGB. He's taking lives. Boldly states with his bare hands. He's backed by a Russian billionaire who beats people up on, see, that's the difference in Russia. You can't go on, they show like Mad Money. You know, they talk about stocks and all this stuff, and then they brought him on there. You can't do this kind of stuff in Russia. I mean, you can't sit there and just be insulting the guests and the guests take it. They can whoop your ass if they choose to. They billionaires. What you gonna do about it? So he just beat the living hell out of the host. Live on the show. I guess he thought because he was a billionaire, he's soft. That Brigham guy is crazy. He's a billionaire and he's crazy. And that's why Putin loves him. And so you got this billionaire backing him. Now, that's not, of course, there's a lot of billionaires in Russia that you guys don't know about. But that's just one thing. Oh, man. Battle Act. We just covered Crimea and Obama in the beginning of this video, about like 5 minutes ago. So, oh, I'm sorry, Afrima Bay, if you feel that I sound foolish speaking factually. Sorry if you're not abreast to the situation and that you only know about sports. Sorry about that. So you can put headphones on and go tap out right now. Go listen to the LeBron video we did. That'll make you happy. Go back. For those who want to know what's happening in the world, let's continue. Now, we covered this on Patreon, on the Carsino for Life Patreon. We are actually done business with Russians. So for years. As far as, so the fuel, I'm going to explain to you what is actually happening with these sanctions and what they're actually doing. Now, I've actually shown the proof on the Patreon to show that we ain't just talking. Now, when everybody think gas and why your gas prices are so high right now, we're finna go into this. But like I told you, Putin's not an idiot. He's former KGB. He's strategic. He knew he's not going to invade Ukraine without having back support. He knows what the United States is going to do. He knows their moves before they make them. So what the United States is doing is they're working around with the other forces that they can and said, okay, we're just going to sanction the hell out of them. But what they don't know and didn't expect is that the other countries were in ties with Putin. China secretly is financing Russia, and they're using Iran as the pipeline. The third party, all three that don't like America, they all partnering together without really breaking the rules. Like, hey, we ain't did nothing. I ain't see nothing. I ain't doing nothing. China cannot be exposed for being seen publicly making these type of moves. So they're sitting back like, we're not going to get involved. We're not getting involved, but keep it up, Russia. Hey, we're out. Not our fight. So what they're really doing is keeping this going so that Putin can keep the war going. Now he's got everybody's like, why is Putin keep going? And he's getting hit with sanctions that's going to cost him billions. Now, exactly. It's like having a silent partner, but he got silent partners who have billions of dollars, damn near trillions. Now, here is the major problem. The gas prices are sky high. So we gave $300-something million to Ukraine. People are loading up bags of goods. I'm sending it to the people in Ukraine. The Ukrainians are living like kings now. We're sending away money and food and all this stuff, and we got people here in America starving. Can't get jobs. Homeless is up there to the roof. But we got money and stuff to send it to Ukraine. And guess who's paying for it? We are. The Americans. When you go to pay for that gas that skyrocket to the ceiling, you're paying Ukraine. When you pay for all of this stuff that you're getting right now that's jacked up, food costs is up. And when you guys think for a second about gas, you guys never think about what's really the problem. Planes, buses, transportation business. That's what I'm involved in because that's where the money is. I've shown you the SCOs from Russia. For years, we've been doing this deal. JP54, that fuel is for airplanes. We mostly deal with plane fuel because planes fly every day. Now, D2 and D6 fuels, that's mostly for international travel. So that's like premium gas, right? Then you got your mid-grade, your MT Mazout. You know, you get your mid-grades in there. Now, the problem is the barrel prices, because no boats can come from the United States and go to Russia and get oil. We're getting our oil from the Russian Federation, the majority of it. And what happens is millions of barrels go to a place in the Netherlands called Rotterdam. Rotterdam is the mid-ground. That's where the neutral ground is, where we meet and take anything of trading of goods, because no Russian boat is coming to the United States and no United States boat is going to Russia. That's not happening. So Rotterdam is the port where everyone meets. They get your fuel, you get your gas, you get your containers. You have to do everything. We are the brokerage firm. I work for a brokerage firm, okay, that I'm a partner in. Okay, but I'm under the books under somebody else. So people try to look me up, like, I'm gonna look up his numbers. You ain't gonna find it because I know how to make my money smartly and stay off the books. I just pay my taxes. So it'll reflect on my taxes when it comes down to that. But we're an investment group that mostly works as a brokerage company. We broker the deals and the two parties trying to get fuel and canisters of oil for what they need to get done. Now, these are millions of barrels. Okay? Millions of barrels going out per day. Some per month. Like say they do 1 million barrels a month. just as a norm, just like that's how many they would do. But right now, the oil, because of the sanctions, the natural gas and oil from the Russian Federation is stuck in Rotterdam and it ain't moving. There's sanctions all over it. So it's piling up right now, stuck in Rotterdam, can't move. So that means everything's gonna go up sky high. You think you've seen the ceiling? Gas is gonna go up to $6 and $7 here, damn near for regular gas. The war is gonna have to end in a month. It's gonna have to be military action. Something's gonna have to happen in about a month or two because people here are gonna start really freaking out. Because see, food prices is going up too. And you want to know, I'm going to show you how gas controls everything. And fuel and oil. People only see the gas in their car. Now, planes got to fly. So they got to get that. So now your airplane ticket for what used to be like $120 is going to be $400 one way, $700 one way, $1,400 going here and back. You'd be like, damn, I ain't going nowhere. Look at these prices. Now, see, most people won't understand these things that I'm telling them, and they think it's made up or whatever. This is all factual stuff. And you're getting ready to see it next. It's all coming. So most of it is already in transition, and you're seeing it happen right now in real time. Real speed, real motions. Gas goes up, food goes up. Yeah, because the reason why that happens, then people are like, well, why the food going up? The food is going up because people are not going out to shop no more. People are not going out to move no more. Without gas, they're not moving. Buses don't move. People are like, man, it's more for the bus ride. It's more for Uber. Uber is going to be more expensive because they got to spend money on fuel. They buy gas too. So now that Uber ride that used to be $16 is going to cost you $42. And you're like, whoa, a $16 ride is now $42? In some places, they're already doing it. In Las Vegas and Nevada in the desert where it's hot, so the fuel's drained out of your cars faster. When you have situations like that on the weekends, they know that's when people normally come to on the weekends. If you show up on the weekends, you are already paying 3 times more for an Uber than you would if you was just doggone coming there on a regular day. On a Thursday, it's a $12 ride. Right, it's a $12 ride. On doggone weekends, now that's a $60 ride. And if anybody here from Las Vegas, they'll tell you right now, that's exactly what's going on. Why do you think people were buying hybrid cars? Why do you think all these rich people and the people that got billions of dollars who could buy all of these fancy cars that take gas are so concerned about buying electric cars? You see, rich people always know before poor people. So when you need to find out something is going on, you have to pay attention to the signs. Watch what these rich folks are doing and learn. When you start seeing rich people go to Whole Foods to get their food, Whole Foods came out of nowhere. Did you know that? It just appeared. They was like, Whole Foods? What the hell is that? Where'd that come from? And you go there and the price is as high as hell. You go, damn, why are these prices so high? compared to what I just saw in Walmart. I can get this in from Walmart. I can get 2-3 stacks. There's a difference. Real, artificial. And you got to start asking yourself, why are people getting sicker quicker? People having illnesses that they've never had before in their life. We're living in a new time and era. People are going to have to start getting smart. You got to force yourself to get education now. They don't even want to give it to you. That used to be free. Now you got to go get your own education. Oh, a diploma. Diploma ain't going to save you. All them degrees you got, you can use that to start a fire with. All it is like, I got something on my wall that says I'm smart. I walked across the stage. That don't mean a damn thing in the world right now. Somebody can go take a course right now, get a certificate, and be out there making more money than you with less debt. Bachelor's, masters, it don't mean it's people who got these degrees and don't even go and study and work in the field that they just spent their whole life studying. Or they are working there and people don't give a damn. They be like, you don't got no experience. I was in school getting my degrees. Well, that might be true, but you ain't got no experience. Well, how am I supposed to get experience if you don't give me the job that I'm supposed to be working to get the damn experience? Where am I supposed to go get the experience from? You won't let me through the door. See? But yet, you got to start making them payments on that loan. Student loan. Remember Biden said, I'm going to help eliminate all this student loan debt. Everybody was, yeah, Biden. How's that working for you? He ain't did none of that, right? But Ukraine need money. Oh, here you go. Here's a check. China need money. Oh, China, here you go. Here's a check. Anybody outside the country is getting checks from Biden. Anybody inside the country who helped get them elected, oh, well, it's stuck in the pipeline. And we got to unclog that pipeline. We're almost there. We're forcing it down. Oh, my God. Oh, America, America, America. When Black folks wake up, if we stop believing commercials, if we stop going for the Black woman that we love and respect and the Black poetry, and they say, let's hire her to speak and put them up there on the podium and let them speak and do all this, we got to stop letting other people think for us. We are so inclined to going for the show and the lights and the cameras do not realize, like, dude, do you realize that this is not real? Okay? They don't give a damn about you. Nobody does. Okay? You have to start thinking about community and said, I got to get my brother, I got to get my team together. We're going to build together and grab everybody and say, look, we're going to go in together as a team, smartly, and get it done, not recklessly. Blacks don't have their own political party, do they? But you see these other groups, they form their own political party. We can't get it. Now, yesterday, Kwame Brown, we had one of the best discussions ever. All these minds with great ideas coming together, having an excellent debate and just having conversation and dialogue with one another and building. That's what we need. That's what we missing. That's what we missed out on. That's what we need in the world right now. We need to have the proper dialogue. Because we got a bunch of people on this social media, they just use this as a tool to get money. That's it. That's their whole goal. It's like, how can I get the people to come in here? Okay, let me just start trolling. I have never trolled a day in my life because I'm old enough to where that's too juvenile for me. So if I said it, I meant it. If I say LeBron James is a bum, I believe it. But anybody doubt that I think LeBron James is an overrated player, they have no idea who they're talking to right now. Because I believe it more than anybody else in the world. I'm somebody who lived in Chicago and did not like Michael Jordan during the Bulls championship runs. Because I was staying true and loyal to the person that was from Chicago, Isaiah Lloyd Thomas III, and he played for the Pistons. So that meant I was a Piston fan. I'm riding with Zeke. I ain't give a damn about this dude from North Carolina. I ain't running behind him. Then I watched the city turn on Isaiah like he did something wrong just because he won. He said, hey, why you went there? Hey, I see if I had to. Now, I ain't mad at nobody rooting for the Bulls and they from Chicago. I ain't mad about it. It's your home team. Do what you feel is a must. But you don't got to disrespect Zeke. I stand on what I believe and I back it up. Like that Freddie P situation. I stood 100% by what I said, and still to this day, I'm standing by what I said. It's a troll for attention, playing victim to try to get hits and views and attention. Look at me, I'm a victim. I was 18 years old. I don't know what I was doing. And he robbed me. I'm like, oh my God. And everybody, it's so sad how Diddy has used you and your situation. I'm just like, how many shows is this dude gonna go on crying and whining and saying the same damn story? Dude could have signed with Lil Wayne. He better not ever be on the line with me. That interview gonna go a whole nother way. You gonna get some hits and views, buddy. Because I ain't letting you get off. You ain't getting off the hook with me. You can play that role with everybody else because they damn well don't even know you. They just going off what you said. I'm like, dude, you was with Cash Money Records. You was hanging out with Chris Breezy, all these people way after that show. Why the hell didn't you sign when Lil Wayne offered you a deal? You had a deal to sign with Young Money because Young Money had not yet blown up and took off. You had a chance to sign right at the point when it was starting, and you didn't. And why you didn't do it? Because you was too busy getting high on your own supply. Talking about, man, I think that was the biggest mistake I ever made when I signed with him. I think I was still emotionally, depressed about what happened to me. I'm like, just stop your goddamn whining. I'm sick of complaining, whining at people. They love to put those dudes up there. They've been doing this to us from the beginning of time. This is what keeps you weak. This is what keeps your mentality weak. Freddie P from Philly? No, Freddie P is from Miami. He from Florida. Miami, Florida. This is what keeps you weak mentally. This is what keeps you weak mentally because They want you to follow behind these docile, weak men instead of people being a man and standing up and doing what they got to do and handling their business. They got to cry about it on the internet. Did he rob me? And then you got people saying, "Oh, he was a kid, man. Diddy should have never did him like that." What did he do? What did Diddy do? He signed the contract. Diddy ain't his goddamn manager. Diddy paid you the money you were supposed to get paid on the contract. Did you not get your goddamn money? I bet you wasn't crying and whining when them checks is coming. Now that the show's over and your career turned out to be dog snot because you spent too much time getting high and partying and kicking it instead of being on your job. So now instead of going out on the grind and doing some work, you done sat around and smoked your last 20 years away and blew every opportunity you had to make it. Just admit, you ain't had no grind and no hustle for this game. And you are on the outside because of you, Freddie P. Nobody else, you. Damn. It's that simple, dog. Ain't no more to it. Damn. Stop playing the victim and selling that to our people so we can still be pacifying grown-ass people. It's ridiculous. That's why I'm like, dog, why you ain't asked Ross for the money? Since you can tell me, I introduced Rick Ross to Puffy. So what, Ross owe you a bag? Or what, Puffy owe you a bag for that? He didn't sign him because of you. I hate whining ass dudes. Y'all got me mad, man. I gotta get out of here. I'm getting mad all over again. Damn.